Good morning and thank you for joining us for Unscripted on 13 Plus. I'm Carson Courier. We do want to begin with some news here locally. Happening today, we do know that Mayor Regina Romero is going to be having her State of the City address. The State of the City report is scheduled to begin at 10:30 this morning in about an hour here. It will be held in the Tucson Convention Center's main ballroom. It is free to attend and open to everyone. Then, happening at 3 in the afternoon, the mayor and city council will meet for a study session, followed by their regular meeting at 5:30 p.m. They are expected to discuss a new grant accepted by the Tucson Police Department, select a vice mayor, and much more. So you can watch meetings live on the City of Tucson's YouTube. We will keep you updated both on air and online with the very latest. And we do want to go ahead and take a live look this morning. This is out of New York, and take a look at this. You can just see how much water is in that river there, just running rapidly. You can see all of the snow here. This is following that major winter storm that is still ongoing here. We know this is affecting more than 60 million people in so many states. So as I was mentioning, more than 60 million people are under winter weather alerts across the Central Plains and the Mid-Atlantic as this significant weather storm moves east. Many places dealing with record-setting cold temps, snow, as you can see here in this live look to New York. Also, blizzard conditions with wind gusts, some places gusting up to 50 miles per hour. So at this time, we know at least 4 people have been killed because of these winter storms. And we know power, definitely a big issue here, really across a couple of states. So we do want to go ahead and take a look at the power outage map. This, as you can see, is the United States. Any of the yellow states here, they are experiencing more than 10,000 people without power. And then here you can see the orange state. They're experiencing 50,000 people without power or more. That is Virginia. So at this time, we know there is thousands of people still dealing with these cold conditions, no power in their homes. So something that crews are working to get fixed as soon as possible. But again, a lot of those storms are still ongoing this morning. And a lot of folks who are traveling are also experiencing quite a headache. So as you can see, this is the FlightAware's misery map. It's telling us all the delays and cancellations that are happening right now at airports across the country. So I would say a majority of the delays that we are seeing, they're out of Washington, D.C. or New York this morning, as you can see. So in total, there's 448 delays across the United States, 66 cancellations. This looks a little bit better than what we were seeing yesterday. Yesterday at this time, we saw hundreds of delays and cancellations, specifically going into Chicago, Dallas, Fort Worth, New York, and Washington, D.C. So pretty bad still this morning if you are traveling, even if you aren't heading to the East Coast. We know all of these storms have a delay. It's like a ripple effect. So let's say you're going into Dallas. Somebody from New York is flying into Dallas, their flight is delayed, then your plane won't be there in Dallas for you to get on and go to where you're supposed to go. So again, it is a ripple effect here. So if you are flying or if you know anyone who is flying, make sure they are checking the status of their flight on any of the airline's apps, making any changes if necessary. And we do want to go ahead and why not? We'll take another live look out to New York City this morning just to see the difference here of what they're experiencing to what we're experiencing. I'm going to go ahead and have 13 First Alert forecaster John Macaluso join me this morning. Different conditions here at home. Let's just say that. Thankfully, we are here in Tucson, but we are still expecting some major changes over the next 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah, we're not expecting snow on that level.
No,
certainly.
nothing like that.
Probably, honestly, not even our overnight early morning lows.
Yeah.
But we are going to get into freezing territory here in the Tucson area. Because of that,
Big
we're going
change.
to have a freeze watch, definitely. We're going to have a freeze watch tomorrow night into Thursday morning, and then Thursday night into Friday morning. But it's going to get cold enough to where we could see that change to a warning. We'll be the first to alert you at home, obviously, if that does change. 50 degrees right now here in Tucson. We're in the 40s in Sierra Vista, Nogales, Marana, Safford, and San Manuel. And here's a look at your out-the-door forecast. 69 is going to be the high. We're going to hit that by around the 3 to 4 p.m. mark. 62 by 6 p.m., 58 by around 8 p.m., and 53 at 10 p.m. tonight. So the very first effects that we'll be seeing from this trough, which you can see right there on your screen, this is a look at midnight tonight. the first big change that we're going to see is with the wind, and you can see that reflected right here. This is a look today at 6 p.m. You can see all of those purples, those darker reds, even oranges in Cochise County by this point, and wind gusts and upwards of 23 miles per hour by this point. But as we move this along to about 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. rather, you can see that that has extended here to Pima County, where we could see some of that wind as well. So tonight into tomorrow morning, expect it to be a little bit gusty. And here's a look at the next 3 days. So tonight, overnight, early morning low is going to be 39 degrees, but tomorrow night and then the night after that will be in the 31-degree territory. That's why we're going to see this freeze watch in place, because we are certainly going to be just below freezing in our area. And all of that area is reflected right here on this map. And we could see temperatures here in Pima County between 25 to 32 degrees overnight, and then east of Tucson 14 degrees, which is pretty crazy, Carson, and 32 degrees on the higher end of that. So that's something we're going to continue to keep an eye out for. And here's a look at the First Alert 7-day forecast. Now, because of all of this, we're going to have a First Alert action night tonight, and then tomorrow and Thursday are going to be First Alert action days. And in addition to everything we talked about, Carson, there is the potential for some rain and snow here in the Tucson area.
Okay.
We're sitting at about 30% tomorrow, 20% Thursday morning as that system moves out of our area. But one thing we want to keep in mind too is that snow chances are a little bit higher in Cochise County, and we're looking at upwards of 1 inch. Of course, this still is Arizona, so even though we get some snow in our area, it's probably not going to stick around for too long.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for tracking that for us. Definitely going to be a major change. I know, especially overnight for us folks who wake up early. We're going to need a jacket for sure.
Yeah, this is the first time we've been below our climate normal of 65 degrees all winter. So not only is that happening Wednesday, but all the way through even into the weekend. I mean, 64 degrees, it's a warm up, but it's still, that's 1 degree below our normal. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, John. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Carson.
Now, before we go, we do want to remind you that you can watch Unscripted on 13 Plus every day, as well as binge watch 13 news stories and newscasts by going to our streaming app. You can find us on Android TV, YouTube TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku. If you want to watch on our website, KOLD.com, all you have to do is select Channel 2 to watch live local late-breaking events. Again, you can always watch our live stream by just going to the link you see right there on your screen. Thank you so much for joining us on your Tuesday morning. We'll go ahead and take one last live look out to New York. Take a look at that. I am so glad I am not there. If you have any family or friends who are living in any of these states impacted by this major winter weather storm, definitely reach out, see if they're doing okay. Our thoughts and prayers going out to all those folks who are still without power. Hopefully crews can get that up and running here shortly. But here at home, again, going to be a cold change coming our way. Nothing like this, but definitely be prepared for that. We will be tracking it both on air, online, and on our 13 News mobile app. Thank you all so much for watching Unscripted on 13 Plus. We will be right back here tomorrow morning at 9:30. Stay safe. Have a great day.